Hello, my name is Anya, and my partner's name is Jessica, and we will be presenting to you our presentation, A Theoretical Approach and Application to Sustainability. Before we go into the theory, we wanted to address the problem. Why do we have this theory? So currently, the biophysical foundation, which is the core support of our civilization, is being consumed. We are using 25% more renewable resources per year than the biosphere produces. And our current economic model and political systems are not helping our world to become more sustainable. Right now, we're living in a consumer culture, which means we are focusing more on the quantitative needs over the qualitative needs. So if we continue to live like this, not only will our ecosystem collapse, but our resources will continue to disappear, our population will likely decline, and we'll have an economic and social regression. So that's why we believe this theory has been developed. Before we get started, I just want to point out a link here at the bottom that I think you should all click on and participate with. It's a survey, and it shows you your ecological footprint. And I think it'd be cool to have everybody do it and maybe add a little bit about everybody's results in the discussion post. So here's just a little video that also kind of touches on the problem of sustainability that we're currently having. Okay, so moving on, we are going to talk about our theory, The Collapse and Transformation of Our World by D.M. Taylor and G.M. Taylor. So this theory discusses the means in which our world is degrading right now in terms of sustainability and the major changes that we feel need to occur for our world to continue on. So the main points that the reading discusses and that we are going to discuss in our presentation are how our global industrial civilization is unsustainable, what requirements need to be met to achieve a sustainable civilization, and the steps that need to be taken to evolve a sustainable global civilization from our collapsing social and natural worlds. So our industrial civilization is unsustainable currently. And some of the leading causes to that are due to our major social problems, which have to do with our culture being consumer culture, us focusing on quantitative needs over qualitative needs, and constantly wanting more and consuming more natural resources. Another reason why we're unsustainable has to do with our global sustainability policies promoting to sustain growth quantitatively and not develop sustainability qualitatively. Additionally, we have a centralized society where decisions are being made is centralized. We don't have multiple places around and people who have their own power in their own areas to make decisions. And sustainability is something that is very different based on the area you are living in. We also have our economic priorities not quite right, because as wealth increases, poverty also increases. And we have a disparity between the two where it does not help our natural resources to be dispersed and used as wisely. And one part of us being unsustainable right now is that species and cultures are going extinct. It was said that I think within 50 years, 25% of all of our plant and animal species will be extinct. And with cultures, as we become less diverse, we will be losing things like language and knowledge from the past, which is huge in us moving forward. Finally, our natural resources are continuously being degraded. The more and more we use our natural resources, the less we have, and we do not have enough to keep going on. I think in the reading somewhere it said that if everybody wanted to live like Americans, we'd have to have 4 more worlds, which is pretty crazy. So just on the right here, there are some questions that we wanted to get you guys thinking about to potentially discuss in our discussions. So, like, do you feel like you are contributing to the consumer culture? And if this reading and presentation have shifted your views. Additionally, are you feeling like you're informed about this issue of sustainability? Have you heard of it before? Or do you feel like there's a disconnect between the knowledge of this problem? And do you think the public should have more power in decision making regarding sustainability? Next, we're going to discuss the requirements of a sustainable civilization. So one of the largest things that needs to happen is the global system needs to meet the material and emotional needs of people. And this kind of ties in with the qualitative, quantitative problem we're having. So people have needs, and right now where our needs are focused are not quite right. People want quantitative things. They think having more things and stuff will make them happier, but really it's emotional things. Having more stuff isn't ever going to make you happy. It's the things like spiritual health and physical, emotional, mental health that will make you happier. We'll also need a new social and economic structure. And like I was talking about on an earlier slide, right now we are a centralized economic structure, and we need that to be decentralized, to have multiple places where decisions are being made, and in particular decisions regarding that area, so everybody can become more sustainable in their own unique ways depending on where they're at. Another big part is switching our worldview from being a consumer worldview to being an integrative, integral worldview. Additionally, internationally, we have to have a common goal. We have to have a common goal to become a sustainable civilization, because we can't have one part of the world trying to become sustainable when realistically the whole world is working together, and it won't work if one area is doing their side of the work and another area is not. We all have to work together. So the question we raised here is, in the case of us becoming a decentralized social structure, do you think that we have the ability to self-regulate and organize? Could we function this way? So steps to becoming sustainable. Human needs need to be better clarified and met for justice and community. So we need to clarify what we should consider basic human needs. Value